What's going on, guys? This is Berz. Got another knife review for you today. Today we are looking at the Kershaw G10 Hawk. This is a nice small little folding knife you can purchase for around $15 and get yourself an awesome value. So let's go over the specifics here. We have a G10 handle with metal liners. You have a blade which is made of 8 CR13 MOV, which is comparable to an AUS 8 steel. The blade length is 3.125 inches. The total length is 7 inches even, with a closed length of 3.875 inches. It comes in at an amazingly light 1.8 ounces, and let me tell you the reason I bought it. Number one, I have looked at Almar Eagle knives for a while. I'm not one to go spend a lot of money on knives usually, and I like the Almar Eagle. The Almar ultralight Hawk, I just like the way they look. They're a bad ass looking blade, but they're extremely expensive. So I saw this on someplace once, and I said, wow, that really looks like an Almar Eagle. And when you look at the two together, you see there's some similarities, there's some differences, but there's some similarities. Now the Almar has a micarta handle. I prefer G10. It has AUS 8 steel, which I prefer over the 8 CR13 MOV. The weight I'm not even worried about. The blade length is about an inch longer, which I wish this one had, and the overall length is about 2 inches longer. Now, what do I wish Kershaw would do? I wish Kershaw would go ahead and make a larger version of this to compare to the Almar ultralight that I'm showing you there. If they can make this with that Sandvik steel and maybe make the handle of G10 without the liners, even though the liners don't bother me, they bother some people with weight, I would be all over that for around 30 bucks. Okay, for about $15 more, if they made something comparable to the Almar, because this blade is, I love the shape of the blade. It's a great everyday blade, nice for everyday stuff, cutting. It has a nice belly to it here, and it's just real nice. It fits, you know, what I want to do every day. Normally what I'll do is I'll carry a Skyline here, and you know, that'll be my everyday blade. But if I'm just kind of going to just out to pick something up at the store or something, I'll throw one of these Kershaw Hawks in my pocket. Now you're gonna have to make sure that you oil this blade with something. Because it is 8 CR13 MOV, you're looking at like a Ballistol or a Corrosion X, some CLP you're going to want to use with this blade, because it is unfortunately China-made steel, stainless steel, 8 CR13 MOV. And the properties of it, people say it's comparable to AUS 8, but in regards to strength, it's a little less. It's a little weaker, and in regards to corrosion resistance, it's a little more corrosive than the AUS 8. But if you take care of it, wipe it down every once in a while, spray some CLP, some kind of CLP on here, and let it sit on there for a minute or two, and then wipe it off. You should have no problems. As you can see here, it says China on the blade there. Let's take a close up here of this blade. You can see that has some cutouts here. It's going to give you some weight savings. The pocket clip is huge on this. Take a look at that. This is a very big pocket clip. It pretty much takes up the entire handle. That pocket clip is not gonna allow this to go anywhere because this is such a light knife. Now, people that I've seen review this have said that it's hard to deploy. Now, whether they fixed it or not, I really don't have any problems until I'm on camera. I really don't have any problems deploying this knife. Now, it does take some getting used to. You can see there's not a deep cutout here for the thumb stud, so you have to get your thumb in there and just push straight up. And it'll come right out. But for people with the bigger hands, it's going to be a problem getting this out in a quick manner in case you have to, you know, go into some kind of defensive position. No, I'm just kidding. I don't condone that whatsoever because knife fights are horrible. Different story, different video. But I'm going to have to give my seal of approval of this one, with the exception of the China steel, the 8CR 13 MOV. I wish they'd change the line to AUS 8 or the Sandvik steel that Kershaw makes on all their other model knives. I love the Sandvik steel. It gets really sharp. It's good rust resistant, corrosion resistant. And if they could switch that steel onto here and make it comparable in size, or make two sizes, kind of like Cold Steel does with their like the mini Lawman, the mini AK, and then they make the larger one. If they could just make it a little bit bigger, that would be awesome, comparable to an Almar ultralight Eagle Hawk type knife. So that's my review here. If you guys got any questions, let me know. If you have one and you want to tell us your thoughts on it, leave the comment down there, and that'd be great. And until next time, later.